Welcome to SaddleBrooke Ranch, where resort-style living meets desert serenity. And there's an 18-hole championship golf course right in your backyard. Grab a fresh beer that's brewed on-site or have dinner with a view of the beautiful Catalina Mountain. Pickleball, how about 24 courts and a national tournament? And no, they did not forget about tennis. Swim, spin, stretch, wellness here is built in. From glasswork to photography, there's a club for every curiosity. Your pups and your tomatoes have a place here. And yes, it's as beautiful as it looks. If you stick around, towards the end of the video, I'll walk you through some homes that make SaddleBrooke Ranch one of Arizona's top 55 plus communities. Now let's get into it. Okay, just like all of my neighborhood and association tour videos, I like to start off with a little orientation. We're gonna have Tucson, that's outlined in orange. Marana is in blue. Oro Valley is in red, and both of our SaddleBrooke associations are in purple up north. We'll zoom past, you'll see Sun City, that's outlined in black. That's Oro Valley's northernmost 55 plus community. I have a full association tour video on Sun City, as well as SaddleBrooke 1 and 2. And driving just a few more miles north, I believe it's about 5.5 more miles north, will be the topic of today's video, and that brings us to SaddleBrooke Ranch. Before we step into any of these stunning buildings, I want to give a complete overview of SaddleBrooke Ranch and why it's quickly becoming one of the most sought-after active adult communities in Arizona. Everything you're seeing here, the Ranch House Grill Brewery, La Hacienda Club, the Tech and Creative Arts Center, fitness studios, the pool complex, pickleball stadium, tennis courts, and more will be featured in a full walkthrough later in this video. This isn't just a quick peek. We're going to explore every building, every amenity, and everything that makes life here truly exceptional. SaddleBrooke Ranch is a Robson Resort community developed by Ed Robson, a name well known in the 55 plus world. And I believe it's Robson, just Robson rolls off the tongue a lot easier for me. You might recognize his style from communities across Arizona and Texas. In fact, Robson was once affiliated with Del Webb before founding his own independent line of luxury retirement communities, with a stronger emphasis on resort-style living and private amenities. SaddleBrooke Ranch is the newest of the Robson properties in southern Arizona. While some areas are fully built out, others are still growing, offering new construction options along with resales. It sits just north of SaddleBrooke 1 and 2, and for a while, homeowners here had partial reciprocity to access select amenities between the communities. Today, SaddleBrooke Ranch stands fully on its own with brand new facilities and its own dedicated association. At around 3,500 feet of elevation, the climate here is slightly cooler than Tucson by a few degrees. From fitness to fine dining, SaddleBrooke Ranch was built for lifestyle. And the best part is, everything we'll walk through today is included in your HOA dues. We'll talk numbers later, but first, let's show you what's behind the front doors. Welcome to La Hacienda Club, the heart of wellness and relaxation here at SaddleBrooke Ranch. This 37,000 square foot facility blends resort-style luxury and daily comfort for residents of all interests. Step in and you'll find inviting spaces like the Fireside TV Lounge, where neighbors gather over a big game or unwind by the hearth. Next up is the indoor lap pool. It's heated and open year-round, complete with lap lanes, so swimmers can stay fit in comfort even on cooler days. On my past association videos, I've had a few comments asking, where are all the people at? And my answer always is I try to respect people's privacy as much as possible, while also trying to showcase the neighborhood and the amenities as much as possible. So I try to go very, very early in the morning where no people are out, or I try to go midday at the peak heat where the least people are going to be outside. So on that note, I didn't get any footage of the gym, but they do have an extensive full gym, and I apologize for the footage. This is the best I could do. I tried getting this to pan smoothly, but I did want to showcase the gym, so this is what I came up with. Continuing east is the group fitness room, a flexible studio for classes like yoga, Pilates, spin, and even meditation. There's a sample schedule here on the screen. The group and fitness room is a part of the Viva Fitness Center, which includes a full array of strength and cardio gear, which we saw just moments ago. And right next door, you've got tennis courts, including a stadium court, which you're immediately met with just outside the doors, and just beyond are an additional 5 courts, all bundled into the sports-focused hub. Now let's head back inside and zoom on over to the western portion of the La Hacienda Club. Just past the Fireside TV Lounge and reception area brings us to Bistro Vente.
A large black coffee.
A what?
Large black coffee.
Do you mean a venti?
No, I mean a large.
He means a venti. Yeah, the biggest one you got.
Venti is large.
No, venti is 20.
Named for the 20 palm trees outside. Open daily for breakfast and light bites, it's perfect for morning coffee or a casual midday meal. Outside, you'll find the resort-style pool complex with a shaded beach entry pool, residence walking channel, separate lap pool and whirlpool spa, ideal for both low-impact fitness and social downtime. Now we'll make our way back through the bistro. A lovely gal was setting up for breakfast, so I'll just show the coffee bar with a photo from the SaddleBrooke website. I'll make sure to link the association's websites in the show notes. They also have some virtual tours of each building, albeit low resolution Matterport, but it's great for maintaining perspective. Perhaps I'll post an unedited walking tour in a separate video. Doing 30 minutes of voiceover for each building is somewhat of a challenge, so I've cut the walking tours down a bit. To our right is the billiards room, which offers friendly competition, and just down the hallway is the multi-purpose rooms that host club meetings, card games, and community events. For those inclined for quiet moments, the Espiritu de Vida meditation room provides a tranquil retreat for reflection or gentle stretching. And when it comes time for further relaxation, we have the Esperanza Spa, with a lovely foyer offering private treatment rooms and a spa lounge. Adjoining is Salon de Sol, a full-service local salon, and wrapping up, not forgetting about the gentlemen, we have the Hombres Barber Shop, so full-on pampering is not withheld here at SaddleBrooke Ranch. So that wraps up the walking tour of La Hacienda Club. We'll zoom on out to orient ourselves, and we'll make our way to the main clubhouse, also known as the Ranch House. The Ranch House at SaddleBrooke Ranch serves as the hub of the community. It's a gathering spot to meet up with friends, a place to grab a bite to eat, or a place just to hang out. Relax in the rustic meets modern spaces that exude a sophisticated yet casual elegance. Features such as sanded brick, stone accents, and dark wood beams accentuate the spaces, giving residents and visitors a keen sense of casual luxury. Let's first visit the Escondido private dining area. No need to leave SaddleBrooke Ranch for your private dinner event. This luxurious appointed private dining room seats up to 48 people and has its own fireplace and outdoor terrace with lounge seating. Invite your friends, family, and colleagues to experience the upscale surroundings and amenities. Moving back through the foyer, we'll pan to our right and visit the Vaquero Lounge. Experience the best of resort-style living in Tucson as you relax and enjoy the Vaquero Lounge. The lounge space features an inviting ambience, fireplace, and comfortable casual seating, perfect for catching up with friends or taking a break. And if you can't tell by now, I am reading the descriptions directly from the SaddleBrooke website, but I do find that the video walkthroughs, along with the descriptions, do help give you a more enriching tour experience. Unknown to me at the time, I just walked past the on-site pizza station. The Ranch House features its own on-site pizza station, which makes ordering a made-to-order, handcrafted pizza just a golf cart drive away. Pick your favorite toppings and enjoy a delicious slice with friends as you catch up with each other. Next up, we'll walk through the main dining hall of the Ranch House Grill. The Ranch House Grill presents a home-style cooking experience. The authenticity of the dishes created by the culinary team reflects humble styles, concepts, and flavors using locally sourced ingredients that truly embody the concept of farm-to-table fare. Visiting the terraces and event lawn where they bring the indoors outside, where you can take in the breathtaking North Catalina mountain views from one of the several outdoor terraces. Revel in the natural desert surroundings of this luxury retirement community and enjoy one of the many events on the event lawn for a truly special celebration. Heading back inside, we'll zoom on over to the Ranch House Brewery. The Ranch House Brewery is a working brewery that offers a variety of craft beers, such as their flagships, Boo Boo Blonde Ale and the Ranch House IPA. Stop by the Ranch House Brewery for a taste and discover additional seasonal selections that range from light to dark and malty to hoppy. Continuing on towards the Auditorium, we'll make a pit stop at the beautiful climate-controlled wine wall. Among the many luxury amenities within the Ranch House, here is an incredible climate-controlled wine wall, which is used to display the restaurant's impressive selection of fine wines. And just behind us is the sports bar. Gather in at the sports bar for happy hours with friends, catch up on a game from one of the televisions, or revel in the stunning outdoor views as you enjoy your favorite beverage from the brewery and the fully stocked bar. And now we finally arrive at the Soul Ballroom and Auditorium. With rustic elegance, wood planking, custom carpet, and warm earth tones, the multi-purpose and flexible ballroom, auditorium, and banquet space is ready to host a variety of special events, meetings, concerts, and shows. Equipped with a stage, dressing rooms, dance floor, and pre-function area with a ticket counter, you will enjoy the endless entertainment provided in the Soul Ballroom and Auditorium that makes the active adult lifestyle at SaddleBrooke Ranch so desirable. And while I was driving through one Sunday, I noticed some signs outside, and I do believe that they set up a church service on Sundays. Now, I did continue on and took advantage of filming the rest of the reception area as well as outside. We still have much to cover, so I've decided to move on to our next amenity building. If you've made it this far in the video, please be sure to like the video if you've gotten any value out of this, and if you've not yet subscribed, please consider doing so to keep up to date with our monthly market update videos as well as our future neighborhood and association tours. I'm a full-service realtor here in Southern Arizona. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments or reach out anytime at 520-775-3400. We offer free consultations, and if you have any specific homes that you're interested in, I offer live and recorded property tours if you're not yet able to visit in person. Now, let's journey on over to the Creative Arts and Technology Center here at SaddleBrooke Ranch. The Creative Arts Center at SaddleBrooke Ranch offers active adults the opportunity to unleash their inner creativity. This brightly colored and inviting center features several fully equipped rooms ready to provide you with creative inspiration to start a variety of projects. Starting at the Technology Room and Computer Lab, the state-of-the-art Computer Lab is a great place to increase your knowledge. Clinics and classes are hosted throughout the year, and the room is equipped with computers, scanners, printers, and a projector. Now, I wasn't able to actually physically enter any of these rooms, but I'll do my best to showcase them as we tour this building. Just ahead to our left is the Jewelry and Lapidary Studio. Perfect for jewelry making, the studio includes a rock saw, grinders, polishers, soldering equipment, and a kiln. Make unique jewelry designs and share your lapidary skills with fellow SaddleBrooke Ranch residents, friends, and family. And just ahead is my personal favorite, the Woodworking Shop. Woodworking is a great retirement hobby. The woodworking shop is well equipped with bandsaws, sanders, and a variety of other woodworking tools and supplies for making wood items such as tables, toys, wood inlay projects, and also wood burning and whittling. And don't worry, if you're new to woodworking or any of these other project rooms, there are plenty of classes to ease you in to your new favorite hobby. Now let's continue on to the Fine Arts Studio display. Create a work of art in the Fine Arts Studio. Equipped for visual arts including painting, sewing, and crafts, the Fine Arts Studio hosts ongoing classes, workshops, demos, lectures, and more. Bring your artistic ability to life and share your skills here. The Technology and Art Center also includes a pottery, sculpture, and ceramic studio. This studio provides classes and workshops in hand building and clay sculptures to help increase the appreciation for the many creative uses of clay art. Join the Pottery Club and learn a variety of techniques for hand-built pottery. And just across the hall, of course, we have the Quilting and Needleworking Studio. This studio supports all of the needlework crafts: needlework, embroidery, quilting, crochet, and knitting, anything with a needle. These crafts are often celebrated by the newfound time that comes with retirement. As I explored and researched the center, I realized all of these studios seem to offer an immense variety and array to each craft. Wrapping up, we'll lastly stop by the Art Glass Studio. The Art Glass Studio offers workshops for learning and honing in on glass art skills. Learning how to create unique and elegant stained glass windows, sun catchers, plants, bowls, and more while working with a variety of materials. I really liked the Arizona and Idaho work we just saw. This really seems like a great place to have fun creating beautiful glass art pieces. Now let's take a quick peek at some of the other amenities at SaddleBrooke Ranch, starting with the Pro Shop. You'll find everything you need for your round of golf here at the Pro Shop at SaddleBrooke Ranch, including a wide variety of golf attire and equipment from shoes to golf clubs and hats. The Pro Shop is conveniently located right in the heart of the community. Just outside, between the Pro Shop and the Pickleball Center, is the driving range, and between the Pro Shop and La Hacienda Club is the practice putting green. Now let's take one more look at the Pickleball Center here at SaddleBrooke Ranch. Okay, that was a bit dramatic, but also fun to make. But I do not think it can be overstated that SaddleBrooke Ranch offers 24 essentially brand new pickleball courts. Pickleball is undeniably popular among active adults here at SaddleBrooke Ranch. The pickleball complex includes a ramada, which houses men's and women's restrooms, water fountains, benches, and shade. And do not let this footage fool you. I started filming this day at 5:30 a.m., and by the time I wrapped up filming the ranch house, this place was full of golf carts and abundance of bouncing balls and friendly competition. You can start to see the courts fill up in this footage I was gathering of the dog park. And yes, the community here has a dedicated space for your active, furry, four-legged friends at this beautiful dog park, also known as the Canine Corral. This impressive facility features separate areas for large and small dogs and a large covered ramada with a picnic bench so you can enjoy the sunny North Tucson weather while your furry friends socialize. Now, let's continue on, cross the pond, and see what else SaddleBrooke Ranch has to offer. So, if it isn't obvious by now, SaddleBrooke Ranch is a perfect community for racket sports enthusiasts and active 55 plus adults. So, I think I mentioned earlier that it was 4 courts plus the stadium court, but it's actually 6 total tennis courts here at SaddleBrooke Ranch. A perfect place to practice your forehand or serve and play. And you can join the SaddleBrooke Ranch Tennis Association for fun recreational play. Here next to the tennis courts are the bocce ball courts. SaddleBrooke Ranch features 4 bocce ball courts, along with a ramada that includes storage and supplies and bocce ball equipment. Bocce ball is a popular retirement pastime, and SaddleBrooke Ranch homeowners enjoy the convenience of having these courts in the community. Kind of a weird thing to say, taking it straight from the website, folks. Wrapping up here at the center of the community brings us to Ed's Dogs. Ed's Dogs is conveniently located with incredible views across the lake and the golf course and is a perfect place to take your friends or your neighbors for a quick bite to eat. Ed's Dogs serves a variety of gourmet hot dogs like the Mickey with a special blend of pork and roasted green chilies, pepper jack cheese, special sauce on a toasted classic bun, plus mouth-watering hamburgers such as the Duke with 2 quarter-pound patties with your choice of cheese and all of the fixings. Ed's Dogs also serves a variety of beverages, including popular brews from the SaddleBrooke Ranch, Ranch House Brewery. Now, let's finish off the amenity tour and fly on over to the SaddleBrooke Ranch Community Garden. SaddleBrooke Ranch homeowners with a green thumb can enjoy the community garden, which features 110 individual 4x8 boxes that can be leased on an annual basis. The community garden also features material and storage boxes, a storage shed, and a ramada. Now, I'm sure many of you are wondering about golf. I consider the golf portion of the community more a feature than an amenity. You do have to be a resident to join, so this is a private course, but the membership fees are in addition to your HOA fees. I'll bring up the current pricing sheet here shortly. Like I mentioned earlier, I do try my best to discreetly film, and the last thing you want while you're mid-swing is a pesky drone buzzing above you. So I do not specifically film over the course. SaddleBrooke 1 and 2 have full videos showcasing each fairway, and I can only assume when construction wraps up, the ranch will do the same. But I did find a playthrough video from the channel Joey M71, which I'll link in the show notes. You used to chase the clock, now you can pursue your passion. Making the most of this beautiful setting, the SaddleBrooke Ranch Golf Club's 18-hole championship golf course is located on a mesa weaved throughout the community with breathtaking vistas of the natural desert landscape. Drop by your home course where the golf staff greets you by name and enjoy a day with friends on the links. The SaddleBrooke Ranch Golf Club was designed by the Tom Schroeder team. This championship course meanders through lush green desert terrain with natural washes and mountain views from almost every direction. Mounds, hollows, and bunkers surrounding large, receptive greens offer an enjoyable challenge for novices as well as avid golfers. Join the fun with groups of your skill level. Now I'll put up on screen the current pricing sheet for the SaddleBrooke Ranch Golf Club. All right, let's kick off the home tour portion of the video. Now we're going to tour 3 homes today. I didn't really choose anything too specific other than what was vacant and easily available. Thank you so much to Anne Marie with Realty One Group. She has a whole host of listings out here and she was very generous. So I just picked 3 of her listings to go tour. And this one is 1,653 square foot. It's a 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom home. And that's going to be for most of the plans out in the Saddlebrooks, it's going to be 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom. Often some of them have kind of a dual living room and or an open den layout. Here we are in the kitchen, very simple kitchen. I actually really like the simple kitchen. Got the glass backsplash back there. Nice island with the sink. I prefer the sink in the island rather than the stove or the range. That way you can control the smoke a little bit better. Then we'll swing back around, look at the open floor plan, and kind of what is considered an open floor plan is if the kitchen is not separate from the house. We'll swing around the primary bedroom here, and what makes this the primary is this ensuite bathroom. You'll see we have some dual vanities, simple shower, got a little bit of California closet going on in here. And we'll swing back around to the front of the house where the open den and the second bedroom are. I like to be pretty quick with these videos. These are just more of a feature in addition to the neighborhood and association tour videos, but I do like to showcase a little bit of what is available out here at SaddleBrooke Ranch. Straight ahead, we're going to go into I call it the extra bedroom. Usually it's just a couple living out here, and we can have the extra bedroom turn it into a spare bedroom or have some guests over or what have you. Usually the den is turned into an office. And we have a lovely spare bathroom in here so back in the master, we had the soaking tub shower option, and now we just have a shower with a single vanity here for the shared bathroom. We'll swing around. We'll take a quick peek into so this is like the mud room. I do like that they have the folding table option with some extra cabinetry. I would have liked to seen, and I would probably just put in some more cabinetry here inside the laundry room. The washer and dryer do convey for this house. If you're watching this quite early, this house is still active, available on the market, and this home is currently listed at $435,000. Now we're in the Arizona room. Well, it's actually fully enclosed, fully screened in, and that's usually called the Arizona room. And then you have the brick paver patio out back with the pergola, a nice extended pergola. But what you'll notice here is there is actually no real distinct backyard. That is often seen as a downside for many people who are considering SaddleBrooke Ranch, that many of the homes out here do not have a solid wall backyard. There's not a masonry backyard. You'll notice the neighbor to the side, they have what's called view fencing. So that is one downside to some of the homes out here in SaddleBrooke Ranch to many people. Okay, moving on to our second home tour. And I did try to get a spread of the homes. The average price point out here does have quite a range from the high threes up until like 1.2. So this home is currently, well, it's actually not active anymore at the time of recording this voiceover, but this was listed at $675,000. And as you'll see, it's got beautiful uniform flooring throughout. I'm not exactly sure why I did the right to left here, but we will end up revisiting the front of the house rooms towards the end of this tour. You open up to the main living room, and you'll see it's nice, wide open. It's got the beautiful plantation shutters throughout the entire home in great condition. And the listing says that there's quartz countertops, but it looks like a little bit of a mix between quartz and you can see the white, that should be the quartz, and there's a large oversized granite island there. And same thing, they've got the sink rather than the range on the island, which I like. And yes, I did hit my head on that light. It happens often, especially when I'm doing FaceTime showings. So a little bit of humor there. It did end up bonking my head, but you'll see that they have a beautiful color palette here. Looks like some coffee. I think they call that espresso brown for the cabinetry, and it's nice contrast with the white. Beautiful refrigerator, and I like to call that little coffee nook. There's plenty of outlets throughout the home, especially in this kitchen area. I absolutely love that with our coffee makers, mixers, air fryers, and everything. I like seeing more outlets, the better. You see a beautiful, nice backsplash. You'll see the dishwasher is in the island, conveniently located right next to the sink. Lots of cabinet space within the island as well. There's also some power outlets on the island, which I love to see. And this is actually kind of more the pantry area. You'll usually see that type of extra counter space in the laundry room. And there's a walk-in closet. And I think if you can walk in your pantry, that is considered a chef's pantry there. And I've kind of briefly glossed over a few times throughout this walk through, but you'll see that there is a countertop 5-burner gas range on the countertop over there. We'll look back over here at the wet bar. There's a wet bar in the living room. And again, the same white on espresso cabinetry there. Another nice outlet. Again, I like to see it. And you'll notice kind of around every corner, there's a little bit of cabinetry and some nice surface space throughout this home. Nice wide open den. We'll pan around to the master over here, but I think we're going to end up, we're going to go over to the built-in office. Again, plantation shutters throughout the house, and this office space is built in. I don't really like how small the desk area is for tucking in your chair, but it is a beautiful built-in office space in the den. Now we'll move towards the master suite, and we're actually supposed to say primary anymore. We're not supposed to use masters or the owner suite. You'll see that on a lot of the floor plans, and we'll do a quick peek out in the professionally landscaped backyard. This home does have a mix of primarily masonry walls around the house, but also some view fencing. The master bedroom here is carpeted, and the ensuite is just ahead. Right around the corner, there's an entrance out to the backyard and the back patio, which we'll revisit here in just a moment. There's a shot of your realtor there, and we'll take a right. And I do kind of gloss over this first closet, but you notice there is a California style type open closet. And here in Southern Arizona, we do tend to keep the kind of main entrance to the bathrooms and the closets open. There's no doors. I'm not exactly sure why that's our Southwest style, but I do know a lot of people from the Northwest do point that out. I wouldn't call this an oversized shower, but a fully tiled in, generously sized shower with a nice bench on there. I kind of back into the second closet here. We'll pan around, and I think I'll actually revisit that in just a second, but you'll see there's dual vanities. And I think I wanted to capture, I think I'm going to turn around here in just a moment and show. So there's nice cabinetry there, an openable window, nice venting, very conveniently located. And there's some extra storage here as well. They did not skimp on the cabinetry within this house. And here's they kind of got the Jack and Jill, his and her closet space within this home. And we'll move back around, take one more glance at the extra cabinets there. I'm sure there's a name for that type of nook. I'm not exactly sure of that off the top of my head. And we'll work our way around to the spare bedroom at the front of the house here. And you'll notice that these floor plans are a lot more modern floor plans. They like to keep the guest wing and the master suite as separate as possible, just for privacy's sake. And again, the bedrooms, those are carpeted, plantation shutters again. And I think I didn't really zoom up too much in this, but same cabinetry here, similar sized or similar style, moreover. Walk-in shower there, just a little bit smaller, doesn't quite have that bench, but this house is very uniform. I really like the palette of this home, and for a guest room, that's a pretty decent sized closet there. You'll see there's plenty of hangers on the left, right, and just ahead. There's also a nice utility / coat closet right off the entrance of the house. I think that's quite generously sized. And overall, of the homes that I toured and filmed, I think 6 homes during this time, but I'd like to keep it down to 3. I try to show kind of all the price points. The next one we're going to be visiting, here's the half bath, shared bath. So this is a 2.5 bath home. We're going to make our way towards the laundry room over here, and just another surface and cabinet option. Again, I just love that. Wish I had some more of that in my house. And what I like about this laundry room is it has the cabinetry, also has the wash basin sink in there, and a nice folding countertop there, and then a little bit of a hutch, kind of a linen laundry hutch right there. And I tend to not show the garage, but if you'll notice at the beginning of the video that there's a 2-car garage with a golf cart garage option on the front, and we just glanced past, there's a power option on the floor. That way you can have some power on your coffee table. We'll make our way out back, and just ahead is the owner's suite, and nice brick paver patio out here with a very large and extended pergola, and that kind of goes throughout the side of the house over there. I don't think there's any pergola or overhang. Oh, there is, just over the owner's suite, so that helps with a little bit of shade. We are more or less in a facing west out here. You can't really see it on camera, but those views of the mountains, they are distant views of the mountains, but they are quite nice. Just doesn't quite show up on camera like it does in person. And this was a professionally landscaped yard. It's a low maintenance yard, and I think I'll make my way around back. This is backed to one of the main roads, but the sound wasn't too bad out there. I'm really honest about that, but there's not a lot of truck traffic or anything zooming through here, so the noise is quite minimal. And you'll notice that there's that view fencing mixed with the masonry. That's kind of standard out here, especially at SaddleBrooke Ranch, to where there's, again, I do get, if there are some criticisms for people out here, the two things are the lack of privacy in many of the backyards, and it's just a little bit further out of town than SaddleBrooke 1 and 2. And to a lot of people considering the SaddleBrookes, even SaddleBrooke 1 and 2, is a little further out of town once you get out there. But what I love about these communities is once you're in the community, it is truly a community feel out here. There's a lot to offer in these communities. And I do like so they're kind of bringing that back. I think they used to do that back in the day, have that raised up oven so you don't have to, bend all the way down to access your oven. And just above that is the microwave. Last but not least, we'll wrap up the home tours with a villa. And don't worry, in just a moment, we'll talk about average pricing out here at SaddleBrooke Ranch, the difference between kind of the normal HOA and the addition of the villas. We're going to enter this nice, tall blue door into the villas. This house is 1,400, just over 1,400 square feet. The villas are on a little bit of the smaller side, but you'll see that they have the nice uniform flooring throughout the house, similar to the one we just viewed, and then it switches up to the brown carpeting in the 2 bedrooms. And this is a 2-bedroom home. It just does not have the den or the formal dining. And we'll take a peek just real quick out the backyard there. We'll talk about that in just a moment. We'll revisit that backyard here, and we'll swing around, take one walk through. I actually do like the gray tones in here and that mosaic tile backsplash. You notice that is an electric range, but similar thing with the dishwasher and the sink option on the island. And I'm going to try not to say cabinetry too much in this one. I think I said the word cabinetry about 30 times on the last home tour. Sorry about that. It just had so many throughout that home. Here is the extra or the spare bedroom on the front of the home. Plantation shutters, simple closet, laundry room just ahead, and the washer and dryer here do convey with the home. At the time of recording this voiceover, for some reason they canceled this listing, so maybe they're planning on coming back. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that, but I'm sure if you're interested in this home, I can reach out and see if it's available. Again, early on, this video was recorded in July of 2025. But if you're interested in this or any home out in SaddleBrooke Ranch, including new construction, if you want to give me a call at 520-775-3400, I would love to help you find a home out here at SaddleBrooke Ranch or anywhere in southern Arizona. And take a peek out back. Again, not a lot of privacy in many of the yards here in SaddleBrooke Ranch. We'll go on the ensuite here. And this was my 7th home, and I also filmed a lot of the introductions to this video. So I was quite tired, so I just did a very quick run through on this villa. I probably shouldn't use the word simple, but I really like simplicity in homes. I don't like a lot of angles. I just really like nice, clean, a consistent color palette. They have the bench on the tiled shower here, walk-in shower here, and you notice there is not a soaking tub in this home. So if you want to soak in some hot water, you're going to have to utilize some of the pools here at SaddleBrooke Ranch at the Hacienda Club. And then we'll work our way back out to the main living room, and we'll go out back. You'll see that there's a linen closet right there. And there's a nice, actually, I don't think I opened it up, but there is a decent sized pantry just off the kitchen there. And then right out back, this is actually one of the, and dare I say, better backyards as far as the villas go. SaddleBrooke Ranch is quite flat, especially compared to SaddleBrooke 1 and 2. So we are a little bit elevated here. You do have a little bit of a pony wall, low maintenance, got a lot of cactus out here, and same brick pavers that a lot of the patios out here have at SaddleBrooke Ranch. And this tour was nice, quick, sweet, 1,400 square feet. And this home was listed at $369,000. So let's dive into the numbers. All right, as promised, let's dive into the numbers. And we're actually going to do it. I thought it'd be a little fun to show kind of how I get access to this information, a little bit of behind the scenes on how us realtors, how we access this data information. And honestly, it's being a little bit lazy. I've already spent so much time doing this video. Normally, I do a beautifully edited version while I run through the numbers, but I kind of thought this would be fun to just kind of work along and let's access it kind of live and how I do it. So right out here, I know this is where SaddleBrooke Ranch is. You see when it zooms in, this is SaddleBrooke Ranch. And then what we like to do is we're going to change over to, so we're not going to look at the active listings. We like to pull the most recent closed data. That's how we're going to get our pricing information on here. And this automatically goes back 6 months. Ideally, when you're doing like a comparative market analysis for a specific home that you're looking to offer on, you want to shorten that down to about 3 months. But we're going to start with overall. We're going to look at every single house that is closed in SaddleBrooke Ranch, including new construction and existing. And then we're just going to go over here to the stats and let's just look at it live. And you'll see that the average home out here in SaddleBrooke Ranch is 2 to 3 bedrooms, right around 2,100 square foot, and it's sitting at about 6 3/4, so $675,000, which lands right around an average of a nice solid number of $300 per square foot. You'll see the average days on market is right around 2 to 4 months out here, and you'll see that some of them take quite a while. Sometimes that's new construction down here on the average high, but you'll see that in the past 6 months, the most expensive, the highest priced home was a 3 bedroom, 4 bathroom house. And I'm sure there was a den with their probably 3 car garage. The homes out here can get quite nice. I mean, all of them are nice in my opinion, but you can get more into the luxury realm up here in the 1.2 to 1.3 range. But that's the high range out there. But you'll see the average sold to list to sold ratio. It's about 95%. I believe this number, they've changed things up a little bit, but I believe that it counts for the original price. Yeah, the original list ratio. And you'll see that the average price reduction is $34,000. So that's quite high. A lot of people, when they're listing, they tend to kind of aim on the high end. They're not really needing to sell their house quickly. They kind of want to test the market. But as soon as they start doing the price reduction and getting back to that average dollar per square foot, comparing to a lot of the other houses out here, is when they do tend to sell. So 69 to 83 days, average days on market. And while we're here, so let's actually, since I didn't get to tour any of the more or less high end, so let's see what closed. Let's see what brought up that 1.23. Let's just take a peek at that. That's always fun. So there are no photos on that. Let's take a look at this one. Let's see what's happening in the $1 million range, and we'll just flip through some photos here. We'll go full screen. So we've got a beautiful light color palette here. You'll see it's got a gorgeous front yard. It's got some terracing for the cactuses up there. I don't think I've ever quite seen that before. I like how nice and uniform it is. Very light color palette inside as well. A little bit higher ceilings than some of the homes, at least that we toured today in our video. But yeah, look at that. Some turquoise backsplash. But anyway, let's dive into, oh, look at that sink. That's an interesting farm sink with a giant island there. That's unique to me. Man, okay, that's quite a nice house there. But let's dive in. So let's look at the homeowners association fees that I promised that we would cover. So you'll see it's not really dependent on the size or the price of the home. So we're right around $280 per month for all of the homes out here. Same thing, 276. I always like to round up just to be safe, but these are recently closed data, and you'll see that you're looking about $280 a month for the general open HOA fees out here at SaddleBrooke Ranch at the time of recording here midway through 2025. Now let's go take a look at a villa. Now I just finished up my video on the villas at SaddleBrooke Ranch, or excuse me, at SaddleBrooke 1 and 2, and you'll notice that you have quite a jump in the HOA fees, but there's a reason for that, and you'll see under the association fees, and maybe I'll blow this up. I'm not quite sure how this is going to look on the video for you guys. Let me know if you do or do not like this style and format. But we're looking at $476 a month for the villas. But what makes the villas distinct is that you are under, so the blanket insurance policy, that's actually for any homeowners association, that the blanket insurance policy that points to, and any of the common areas, part of your fee helps cover the insurance for the general association. And this is common area maintenance. That's the same for the entire association. And then here's the differentiator between the villas and kind of the normal homes out there: that the exterior maintenance of your unit, the front yard maintenance, which includes, I think it's weekly, they'll come up and do some landscaping on the front yard. Your roof is included on this, roof replacement, and of course the street maintenance. When you have a villa, it's more or less like a condo. So you're going to land under the HO6 insurance. So your actual personal homeowner's insurance is quite a bit lower. So often it becomes not an exact wash, but you're actually not really paying so much more than a lot of the other homes that are in that $276 per month range, because your personal homeowner's insurance is much lower, because all of the exterior of your home, including, and this doesn't mention it in here, but it's including pests, roof replacement, roof repair, painting, landscaping, everything outside of the walls of your home is taken care of from the homeowners association through your monthly fees of $476. Now we'll jump back over here to the numbers, and we'll see that kind of on the low end, we're looking at $231. So there's quite a range from $231 to $300 per square foot. But let's look at the data on this villa. Go over here and see this is listed at, or closed, excuse me, we're looking at closed data at $231. And you closed at $325,000. So a lot of the villas I noticed were listed in the 360s. This one ended up closing quite quickly, so they listed at $350. They took a little bit of a haircut, but this home sold in just 40 days. And we'll wrap up on the numbers and we'll get into location here in just a moment. But one last thing that I like to cover is the capital improvement fee. And I think it was mentioned on, it's usually mentioned in every single one of these listings, but it's clearly stated in here. So the capital improvement fee, that is a one-time fee. I like to look at it like you're buying into the community, and that's still under $3,000. And that is generally, I'd say 99% paid for by the buyer, because every time someone buys a house, they pay for it. You don't pass that. You don't pay for it on both ends when you purchase and sell your house. So you buy into the community with that one-time capital improvement fee. And by the way, at the time of recording this video, the capital improvement fee is $2,860 per transaction. And I like to explain that that capital improvement fee helps keep the association itself funded, which therefore, as every time a home changes hands, they get a little bit of money out of that, and that helps keep your monthly dues down. The monthly dues are subject to changes and raises, but looking at the past, the association that's been there since the late 1980s, SaddleBrooke 1 and 2, those association fees actually don't go up that much or that often. Even looking at Sun City, that capital improvement fee just really helps keep the association healthy and funded. All right, I'm not exactly sure where all of the outlines that I spent countless hours making went. I had them at the beginning of this video, but nonetheless, that purple line, that's about 5.5 miles between SaddleBrooke Ranch and SaddleBrooke 1 and 2. And I'm gonna go ahead and steal the footage that I used from that to show you what's around and what's nearby. SaddleBrooke 1 and 2 is located essentially just north of Catalina, Arizona. And so any of the numbers or distances that I give in this video, just add about 5 to 6 more minutes for SaddleBrooke Ranch. Catalina offers some excellent local restaurants and some familiar locations such as Bash's Supermarket at the Golder Ranch Plaza. Now let's head south past Sun City and visit the Oro Valley Marketplace. The Oro Valley Marketplace is about 15 to 20 minutes from SaddleBrooke and is the closest major shopping center. The Oro Valley Marketplace is home to Walmart, Century Theaters, Charred Pie, Dollar Tree, DSW, Red Lobster, Petco, Olive Garden, Sola Salons, Ulta Beauty, and much more. The Oro Valley Marketplace is also a great place to park for access to the famous Tucson Loop. And just ahead is the Oro Valley Northwest Medical Center. If you'd like more information, please visit orovalleymarketplace.com. Heading south into Oro Valley, we arrive at the Rooney Ranch Shopping Plaza, which is about 20 minutes from SaddleBrooke. Here you have Target, Home Depot, Starbucks, Dutch Bros, PetSmart, First Watch, and much more. Further south, approaching Ina Road, here we are around 27 to 30 minutes from SaddleBrooke, where we have my favorite grocery store, Sprouts, along with Whole Foods, Safeway, Home Goods, Marshalls, Goodwill, and much more. Moving on to Orange Grove, we have some more familiar locations such as TJ Maxx, Dairy Queen, the new Redbird restaurant, and much, much more. Overall, and depending on traffic, it takes around 30 to 40 minutes to reach northern Tucson. It's not uncommon for Tucson locals to drive anywhere from 15 to 45 minutes to get from place to place, as we do not have a freeway system other than I-10. I did mention the Tucson Loop a moment ago. This too is a frequent topic when discussing SaddleBrooke. As we zoom out, this pink line on the map is more or less my estimated location for what is hopefully a future extension of the loop. I've been mapping the loop for some time now. I will be making a more in-depth video on the loop and its extensions in a future video, but in short, the loop was built by and is managed by the city of Tucson and Pima County. Oro Valley has its own dedicated path system that is tied to the official loop. This map is of the Oro Valley system. During my initial research, I noticed this dotted blue line. Looking at the legend, you can see it's labeled Paved Shared Use Path Future. At some point, they may decide to install this Oro Valley loop extension. Fingers crossed, but as of now, the Oro Valley Marketplace is the closest loop access to SaddleBrooke at this time. But I do remain hopeful, as this map was published in 2022 and is still available on the City of Oro Valley's website. SaddleBrooke is around 45 minutes from downtown Tucson. It's approximately 55 minutes to the airport, just over an hour and a half to the Mesa Airport, most frequently used for Allegiant airline flights. And depending on your Phoenix destination, it's anywhere from a little over an hour to around 2 hours to get to Phoenix and surrounding areas. Holy cow, I can't believe I am finally to the outro of this video. This video has taken me quite some time to put together, but I think I did a pretty good job. If you think so as well, please consider liking and subscribing. I'm going to be working on a few other videos, but the next major 55 plus community that I'll be working on, that's more or less my specialty, is going to be in Quail Creek down in Green Valley. I think they're wrapping up the clubhouse down there, and I can't wait to show you guys around that community as well. It's absolutely gorgeous, and that is another Robson community. I do my very best to try to stand out. There's some great realtors here on YouTube, and we're all scrambling to try to get your attention. So my approach is to try to show you guys as much as I can of each of these associations. You guys don't want to see me on camera walking around. You don't want to see my face. You guys want to get to know these communities as much as you can, and perhaps it will inspire you to come down and take a visit. And like I said earlier in the video, if you're not able to come visit and you have any more questions, comments, or you want to see anything in further detail, please reach out to us either in the comments, TucsonHomesandLots.com, or 520-775-3400. I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Buying or selling a home is one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make. That's why you need a local Tucson expert real estate partner. With all the exciting reasons you have for buying a home, one of the biggest reasons is it can dramatically increase your family's wealth. So whether you're looking to purchase your first home, your next home, a second home, an investment property, or maybe you want to sell your home, choosing an experienced real estate expert to help you will make it a smooth and easy process. And choosing the right realtor can make the difference of more money in your pocket after closing. So whether you're a first-time home buyer or a seasoned investor, or maybe just interested in knowing what your home's worth, contact Tyler Ford and Team today. Call Tyler Ford and Team today at 520-775-3400. That's 520-775-3400.